When it comes to foam rolling, we want to make sure that we pick a foam roller that we're able to relax into. If we're holding tension and we're crunching in like that, the muscle isn't able to relax and release. So we're going to foam roll the upper body. And so we're beginning with the bottom of the spine and working all the way up to the traps. Okay, so with the lower back, we want to use something soft because we're going directly across the spine, and we're actually trying to massage the muscles surrounding the spine, not the spine itself, because that's bone, right? And the analogy I use for legs is that if you've got a frozen steak straight out of the freezer, it's very tough, very solid, right? And a steak is just a cow's muscle. So if you imagine our muscles like this steak, when the steak comes out the freezer, it's frozen solid. It's very hard to stretch, okay? But then if you saw it out, if you let it sit for a while, it gets warm and it's much easier to stretch. So in the analogy of a human being, you would go for a little bit of a jog, a dynamic warm-up to warm up those muscles before you go to stretch. And now even better, if you want this steak really malleable, you would get a mallet and you'd beat it, right? And so the example as a human being is you'd use a foam roller to puncture tiny little micro tears in the muscle, as well as warm up, and then you can really stretch and get the best bang for your buck for your workout and your recovery phase. So we're picking a foam roller that we're able to relax into. When it comes to the lower back, I always go for the soft foam roller. And we're just going to begin by rolling out from the lower back to the upper back, and we're going to make sure that we clench our core in so that we're not completely leaning onto the foam roller. Okay, you may hear some cracks in your spine, and that's really good. You're just basically getting rid of air pockets in the back, and sometimes that feels really nice and it's very satisfying. Okay, next from this position, we're going to open up the chest and open up the diaphragm muscles. So the way we do this is we sit our shoulder blades on the foam roller and we just lean back and we breathe and we sink in. This is my cat, Atlas. Hello, you've come to join us, have you? All right, amazing. Now we're going to target the lat muscles. The lats come up and connect to the inside of the bicep. So if we're not releasing those lat muscles, sometimes that can cause poor posture. I'm going to use a harsher foam roller for this one. Now there's two ways we can foam roll the body. We can needle it like dough, or we can find a pocket that's really tight in the muscle. We can sit it there and then we can lengthen and shorten the muscle. Either way works, you choose. Maybe I'll come here so you can see me a little bit better. Or the second option, okay, we've done the lats, we've done the back, and now we're going to open up the chest. So the chest, the pectoral muscles, they connect in here. So this is where a lot of the muscle fibers sit, and this is what we really want to stretch and open up, okay? Best way to do this is finding a little trigger ball like this. Put it up against the wall. If you've got a squat rack, you'll have these little divots in here, which are perfect. You find a real spicy spot in the chest, like so. There it is. And then we're opening up. This stretch feels incredible. All right, beautiful. Now, when it comes to the shoulders, we can't necessarily foam roll the shoulders. They're very difficult joints to work around. So what I would recommend is just a quick dead hang. And if you don't have a bar, what you can do is open the hands like so. You can do some arm circles, some forward momentum. And the last thing we're going to do is target the back of the neck and the traps. Okay, that's how you foam roll the upper body. Once you've foam rolled the upper body, you can get into some training, or you can follow that by stretching and some dynamic warm-ups and then get into your training. And this is going to prevent injuries and open up your body so that you can fix your posture long term.